It's November 1782 in Amiens, France, and Jack's looking at the smoke and notices how it always rises toward the sky. He then comes up with an idea: what if he traps the smoke? What will happen then? Well, he and his brother then built up this oblong-shaped paper bag, which is about 4 or 5 feet long, and they burned some wool and a straw underneath it to trap some smoke. And sure enough, when it actually filled with smoke, it actually starts rising up and it reaches about 75 feet high before it actually drops to the ground. Motivated by this success, they actually start building bigger and bigger balloons, and sure enough, they get noticed by King Louis XVI. And in the presence of a King Louis XVI, they actually launch a very big giant balloon, which is about 71 feet long and about 42 feet wide, and they chose very unique 3 passengers for this flight. They have a sheep, a duck, a chicken for this flight, and this was a successful flight. So next time they actually made a bigger balloon and chose a Frenchman to take an aerial voyage off the Paris, and it gave birth to our modern day hot air balloons. Modern day hot air balloon use the same principle. Well, let's first have a look at the structure of this balloon. So at the top we see is a giant envelope which is used to trap the hot air, and at the top of this envelope is a vent that is used to release hot air. And then we have a propane burner, and underneath that we have this wicker basket that actually carries the passenger, the pilot, and also holds our propane tank. So how does it fly? Well, when the propane tank is turned on, it starts filling with hot air, and when enough hot air is filled to take off, the passengers and a pilot will hop onto this wicker basket, and the ground staff then releases this anchor rope that holds the balloon on the ground. So why does hot air balloon fly? Well, hot air is lighter because it's less denser compared to cold air, and hot air balloon keeps rising up. In order to reach a higher altitude, we just need to pump in more hot air through these propane burners. Balloons usually fly about 1,000 to 3,000 feet high, but if needed, they can actually fly up to 100,000 feet high. Pilots have to rely on the wind to control the direction of the balloon, as the balloons don't have any steering. And if pilots want to travel in a different direction, they use the help of a wind layer. At about 2,000 feet, a different wind layer starts, which might have a different wind direction, and if pilot achieves this wind, he can actually then change the direction of the balloon. And this flight is only usually about a few kilometers long. And once the balloon reaches its destination, the burners are turned off, and the vent at the top of the balloon is gradually opened to release the hot air, and the balloon slowly starts to descend. And once it reaches the ground, the anchor rope is dropped so it can be tied and landing is made. And there you have it, guys. That's how hot air balloon flies and lands. If you like this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel.